Welcome back. It's 5:27 now. City law firms have been urged to stop hosting work social events at the pub over fears that they exclude Muslim staff. A report suggests that the legal profession's big drinking culture is unfair to those who abstain from alcohol. Instead, they've suggested that law firms introduce more cooking, painting or pottery classes to boost team bonding. Well, joining me now to discuss this is social policy analyst Rakib Ehsan. Rakib, 5 o'clock on a Friday, let's go and have a pottery lesson, said no Brit ever.
Well, I think that looking at this particular report, which was published by a UK graduate recruitment company called Rare, which specialises in diversity, I think one thing that we have to realise is that if the Telegraph's coverage of this report is correct, it's based on 10 Muslim interviewees, just 10. So it's not the most comprehensive sample. And I'd make this point that I've done plenty of research, Martin, as you know, on British Muslim attitudes. And the vast majority of British Muslims think that Britain is a very good place to live, actually, when it comes to making headway and excelling in life. And if you compare to other European countries such as France, Germany, and the Netherlands, the UK fares very well when it comes to religious accommodation. So I think it's all about give and take here. And the reality is, in certain sectors, there is an established drinking culture. I don't see the problem with really going to a pub and a bar. There's plenty of non-alcoholic beverages available. I know that better than most because I don't drink. I'm a practicing Muslim, but I've plenty of very good client meetings in such establishments.
And there's a lot of people responding to this survey, Rakib, by saying this is another example of the tail wagging the dog. You know, we are Britain. This is our culture. One of the respondents here, Hamza, said it feels dishonourable in terms of religious beliefs going into a pub because that's a place we don't really like to associate ourselves with. Well, simple answer then is don't go.
Well, no, absolutely. And I'd make the point that if it leads to family-related or community-related disapproval, if you go to a pub or a bar, but you don't drink there, then I think, to be honest, I think there needs to be discussions to be had within that particular family and indeed within that particular local community, because I don't really see the issue going to a pub or a bar for a work-related event. But if you don't drink there, then I'm struggling to see what the issue is.
But it is important to highlight these things and to push back, because we all know, Rakib, one complaint, one wrong foot, people run scared and entire cultures are changed. We don't highlight this. How long before it is mandated no drinking after work in case it offends people of a particular religious belief? Well, integrate. This is British culture. This is the way we do things. Like it or lump it.
Well, I think that, as I said previously, it's all about give and take, and it's all about mutual compromise as well. But I think to the point where you completely shun alcohol-related events, the idea that you could introduce alcohol-free events in a wholesale manner, especially in the legal sector, the idea is for the birds. To be absolutely honest, I always think there's opportunities to integrate diverse workplaces, but that can't be at the expense of doing away with established workplace cultures which have been here for decades, if not centuries.
Yeah, I know a few lawyers, and the concept that at 5 o'clock on a Friday they'll all get onto a pottery wheel, Rakib Ehsan, is utter fantasy. But look, thanks for joining us on the show. Always a delight to have your company.